or as the Indigenous people say, Shalom. I'm Adam, and I'm part of an organization that produces awesome Aboriginal music. Let's take a look into the history of Indigenous music, its roots, and how they fly. Now, the interesting thing about Indigenous music is that when the settlers first came, the European settlers first came to Canada, they chose not to document about Indigenous music, which is too bad. So, the main things that we have to go off of here are cultural artifacts and orally passed down information. Now, there are two main types of instruments in Indigenous music. One, the drum. And two, noisemakers. Let's start with one, drum. Pretty self-explanatory. Typically, an octagonal shaped wooden frame with animal skin stretched over top. And then twine on the bottom, stretching the animal skin with a nice handle on the bottom here too, because all the twine meets in that center. And then strike it with a mallet made from a stick with the end covered in animal skin as well. Strike, boom, a nice sound. Two, you got noisemakers. Now, noisemakers can range anything from a buffalo horn hollowed out with corn kernels stuffed inside with a cap on that. Nice sound. You also can have two stones in the hand. That's a really nice sound as well. Or you can even just go with the classic thigh slap, clap. Pretty nice. Another interesting thing is that they would carve wood into wooden flutes, which I thought was an interesting thing. They found though, they dug up some ancient cultural flutes in Newfoundland, which I found really fascinating. And they also would carve deer hooves into bells. I didn't expect deer hooves, which are pretty soft and supple, to be made into a nice bell. But lo and behold, they would often attach it to their clothing. And then when they, danced around, it would make the nice bell sounds. Now, nice bell sounds. That brings us to powwows. Powwows, pretty interesting stuff. They would host powwows as a sort of communal event, usually to celebrate a particular event, like perhaps a successful hunt, or maybe the birthing of a new child. These powwows would bring everyone together and the atmosphere would be amazing. Imagine this, the uncles striking their homemade drums with the aunties dancing around and singing nice tunes, and the children playing, having fun, having a blast, having a great time. Now, like I mentioned before, these powwows would be used to celebrate particular events. But they would also be often gifted to other clans. You see, sometimes these songs might work in similar ways to that of an NFT. I'm sure you've heard of that before. They would be gifted to certain clans, and then only that clan would be able to play that song. And then the other clan that gifted them the song wouldn't be able to play that song anymore, which I found pretty interesting because songs are usually not, they don't work like that. But hey, what do I know? Yeah, celebrations, powwows are all pretty cool. And that's all the information I have on Indigenous music and all of the sorts. So I hope you have a very good day, and I hope you go home thinking about Indigenous music and how cool it is, because it's pretty cool. They got some nice instruments and stuff, and it's pretty neato. So, peace.